Go.
What's going on, guys? I just won locals today, and I won the other day with this Majespecter Dracoslayer list. It's pretty fire. Shout out to Darren for uploading this. We'll start out with the main deck, of course. You got 3 Bumboku, searches all your Majespecters. Ogama, which sets a trap from deck. You use this to chain block your harmonizing later in the combo. Basically, that's all you use it for. QB searches a trap. You only play 3 of this because it's a low scale. If you could get away without playing this and just playing this, you would. But it's a low scale that's searchable. That's why you play it. And then time for the Dracoslayer engine. 3 Luster. It's crazy how good this card is now. If you open this in Ignis, it's like the nuts. You just win everything. 3 Dynamite. He's a new one. He lets you special your other scale. Also, if he's tributed, you get to add a Dracoslayer back from the extra deck. Really good recursion. Gives you a scale for the next turn. Ignis, its scale effect's irrelevant, but whenever it's destroyed, you can special a Dracoslayer from deck, and it's treated as a tuner. So the Luster, you pop it, add another copy itself, special one from deck. And then the Majesty Maiden, or the Majesty Pegasus, sorry. This card's insane. Absolutely broken. Lets you add another Dracoslayer from deck to hand if you have a Dracoslayer in your other scale. Then you can destroy one, so if you open these 2, it's full combo too. Pretty much if you open up any of these 2 names, or like Luster in this, then you got it. This and these 2 also pretty much get you full combo. That's all the Dracoslayers. It's 40 cards, so you're going to see most of its monsters. You play 3 Harmonizing and a purple. It's an engine. You normally search this off your Beyond the Pendulum. This deck is like revolved around getting Beyond the Pendulum. And then the purple poison's just what you have to special off of it. It comes up too sometimes because you're playing Skullcombat, so you can search the purple poison sometimes as a low scale if you absolutely need to. But usually you're searching Odd Eyes. This is just another good normal summon in the deck. Honestly, it's not really necessary, the Skullcombat. But the Odd Eyes Revolution Dragon does everything this deck wants. It lets you search for a Luster if you need to like start your combo. Also, too, though, you can scale it and recycle your Ignisters from grave. And neither of those effects are once per turn. So if you have multiple copies, you can just keep doing all the effects. And it ends up being insane. You also can summon this because there's a lot of time where you get Magister, Ignister, and Dynaster on board, but you almost never do that. But it's just cool that you can do it. An Astrograph, it's a really good extender in a scale 1 that you can add off the Beyond the Pendulum. Also, too, it combos well with Luster Pendulum. And then a Scythe. We're Scythe locking in this deck. And then the spells, you play 1 Terraforming field spell. You play Majesty's Pegasus, Majespecter field spell. This, you tribute basically a wind spellcaster, special summon a Majespecter from deck. So it turns all your Majespecters into Bumboku. Secret Village of Spellcaster, that's part of the lock that you do with this deck. And then Skyris. If you open Busted, you almost always end with Skyris. If you open and you need an extender, then you don't get the Secret Village. But if you open any field spell, then you get to Secret Village every time. And that's all the spells, which is insane in a Pendulum deck. Like normally you're playing draw spells and stuff. Then you're playing 2 Tornado and Tempest. These are just to search off the Ogama and the QB. They're you rarely resolve them. You use them for discard fodder a lot, to be honest, for the other stuff. We'll do extra deck next, because this is the bread and butter of the deck. You play an Intis. It's you hard make this in this deck using Ignister and Magister, which are the X-Seed and the Dracoslayer X-Seed and Synchro. And then you overlay this into the Abyss Dweller, detach it to get its effect off to pop your Scythe. Dynaster, he reborns 1 from grave. He's contact fusion that you tribute for. So if you tribute the Dynamite into him, you get his effect. The Dynamite's effect to add 1 back from the extra deck. That's all the fusions. Then you play a Borreload Savage. It's really good. Sometimes you get to this and like when you have a completely insane hand. It's also really good if you're going into like this spell matchups where you don't really care to Scythe Lock. Double Ignister, pardon my rare. I didn't think I'd ever play more than one of this again, so I got rid of my other alties. But this is insane. You special all your Dracoslayers from deck with it, and just it's an extender. You link it away, you reborn it with the Odd Eyes Revolution, you summon another one from deck, you link it away. It's insane. Then you can also overlay it into the number 38 with the Dynaster, and that's all the synchros. You're mostly wanting to go for these as much as possible. Like that's the like whole circle of the deck. Then for rank 4s, I play an Abyss Dweller. It's part of the combo. You end on this every time, and it gets your detach your Intest to pop. Dark Rebellion XD Dragon. It's the easiest 2500 extra monster to summon in this deck for Eradicator and for deck heavy. That's why you play it. That's the only reason. A Magister Paladin. This card lets you add during the end phase. It's pretty good for recursion. So like if you resolve the Dynamite in this, then you'll have perfect scales in hand for the next turn every time. This has any pendulum. And it also lets you summon the Dracoslayers from the extra deck, part of the combo. Number 38, if you open this, you have a pretty good board. Against like the spell matchups, you always make this and try to set up the Secret Village. That's like the only thing you concentrate on. Then Zeus, in theory, it's good. I never needed it whenever I've had it. You can set up a lot of locks in this deck, so you really it's there just in case. Then Lynx, Dagda, lets you set the Scythe. That's enough to be said. Beyond the Pendulum, this is like the whole gold deck. I kind of want to play 2. I might cut the Zeus for a second one, but you pay 12, add a card. Also going second, you can pendulum summon like a Bumbuku and then another card, and it pops a card on the field. 2 cards on the field. So that's pretty good. You could also even like if you add Astrograph off this because you have like the nuts in hand, you can pendulum summon 2 different levels, pop on your scale special the Astrograph as an extender. Selene, she helps you reborn your Majesty Maiden so that your Secret Village is online. She also keeps the Secret Village online, so you'll have 2. You can also go into Oplusa or Access Code with her, which are my last 2 cards. You only make these like this one in like a really hard time matchup, like where you're struggling, and it's really good to come back with. I literally played against Runic, and I just sat on my spellcasters till I could make this. Then I sat on this until I could make this, and they never had a chance to activate there. And then I made the number 38 before I linked this into the access code to kill him. It's pretty good. Side deck, I'm not sure what to do with the side deck, but this is what I'm playing. 3 Dark Ruler for combo. I mean, it's a pretty good card. Yeah, it's a lot of board right now. Evenly, I normally cite both of these in for combo. I like Evenly because it's good against combo and against back row. And then I'm also playing the Pankratops and the Feather Duster for back row decks. I like Pankratops because it plays around Anti-Spell, which is scary for this deck. And then for traps, we're playing 3 Deck Devi. I can't find my other Ultra. I don't know what happened to it. And then 3 Eradicator. You side them in depending on the matchup. This is nice because against like mine, it gives you another card to go into if you can't get to the field spell. If you just hard draw it, there's no other way to get to it in the deck. Both of these you just hard draw. And then last card in the side deck. Gaga. We know what this is here for.
Any last opinions or thoughts on the deck, Duran?
The deck is super fun to play, if anything. I don't know how meta relevant it'll be, but it seems to have a good matchup against meta. So
perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.